what is happening with the energies in the explosive, game-changing month of October 2024. Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another monthly energy forecast. We're doing October, looking at three main energies. That's going to be the top here. And on the bottom, we're going to look at how it affects you directly, the person, beautiful soul, watching this reading now. So let's get started with the first main energy of October. A lot of things happening at this time. Big steps for humanity, but also individually for people who have been on their spiritual journey. So let's look into the energies of October. The first is Spirit of Spring, freedom, action, and power. So I do get this sense, even though we're entering the fall season, we're in the fall season in the Northern Hemisphere, there is an energy of spring-like vibes in the sense of like new beginnings, the start of new cycles, planting seeds. So I do get that like whatever we plant the seeds for this fall will start showing in spring in very, very big ways. So these aren't just little seeds that you're planting. These are big, like long-term goals and plans. Those kinds of seeds that you're planting this fall, this October, that you will see huge moves and actual physical manifestations in by springtime next year. So it's a really big deal for a lot of light workers. We noticed that Pluto is in Capricorn for the last time before it goes into Aquarius for 18 years. This is a huge wrapping up old cycles for a lot of people. And you're going to see that you're literally leaving your old life. You're reinventing yourself, you're reinventing your life, or you're adding to it, evolving your life in such huge ways right now. And a lot of light workers are using the energy of Pluto going into Aquarius, and also these eclipses. We're in eclipse season right now at the beginning of October. We're using this as this momentum of energy to push our new ideas for our new lives forward. And individually, that's going to be like something personal for you. Whatever you need to do to change over from your 3D life to 5D life, you know what that is for yourself. Whether it's people, places, things, your work, your lifestyle, whatever that is, like you're gonna know what that is for you. Something you've been working on for the last like decade. That's personal. But for the collective, we're moving from 3D structures to 5D structures. You're going to see businesses being connected in different ways. You're going to see like urban planning be done in 5D ways. You're going to see people start to advocate for things in a more harmonious way that's more harmonious for people. You know, and it's not just for like the top dogs getting everything. You're going to see people manifesting for their communities. So you're going to see this change in structure happen in terms of the collective energies. Sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge. Okay, so at this time, I've been also getting that a lot of light workers, starseeds, highly spiritual people who are just in the know, who've been kind of aware and on their journey. Here we go. Yeah, 4 wands in reverse are going to be kind of keeping to themselves at this time, especially with this great amount of change happening for you. For a lot of people, that is putting up very strong boundaries with people in your previous life, very strong boundaries with the people in the community and neighbors around you, very strong boundaries up at work and what you do, interacting with other people. And you're going to want to stay at home more or stay with more familiar or more resonant energy. So people, places, and things and opportunities, situations, work that resonate with you rather than things that don't. And a lot of people are going to choose to be at home or only interact with the people, places, and things that resonate with you for a little while, October into November. Even through December and January, but you're gonna feel it more significantly October and November, just because that's when it's like all starting, possibly December too, just because you're getting used to this new life, and you're also grieving the loss of your old life. It's not much grieving anymore. I think a lot of people have been preparing for this. Pluto has been going back and forth in Capricorn and Aquarius for the last few years. So you know what you were preparing for. For the last few years, you've been kind of working on this transition that you knew was happening in your life in such a grand way. And so a lot of people are taking some time to kind of pause, reflect, and just kind of allow this change to happen. It's new, it's different, you know, you want to kind of figure that out. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what is this energy as a whole about? Knight of Snow, which is the Knight of Swords. Adapt, yeah. It's all about adapting. Yeah, I'm getting like, yeah, Ice Age vibes. Like, you know, it's a huge change. It's a change in ages, not just like this 20-year Pluto cycle. It's a lot of bigger cycles changing at this time. We went from the Iron Age to we're going to the Golden Age. It's like the Ice Age. That's how significant and impactful this kind of energy is. People who are awake and aware and putting the pieces of the puzzle together know it and are prepared for it, are preparing for it now. And there's a lot of other people who are lucky to have folks like you around to help them when this grand change is more out in the open, more noticeable in the physical, right? So this is happening, sacred journey. I feel like you're all being called home now. You're being called home, and you're being called to be around soul family, around people who resonate with you, people who are like-minded, people who you can count on for support, love, and protection. And, you know, vice versa, you'll be able to give this to your inner circle too. So you're being invited into your inner circle. You're invited to kind of take it easy at this time and let these changes let these changes that are already happening in your life just come through. So you might be seeing that, like, in your life, your old life might feel like it's at a distance now. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, like that was me before, or that was my life before. Like, it feels like at a distance, or some aspects of your life feel like they're more at a distance now. And you can feel the new energy coming in. You can feel the new opportunity, people, places, and things that do resonate with you coming in. That's how significant this change is. It's almost like a new life. And this is specifically for people who have been on their spiritual journey, their sacred journey of self-mastery and inner discovery of the inner universe, and spirit of spring. And you're going to find that I'm getting, like, even if it's like already snowing where you are, like, I feel like you're going to see like a lot of butterflies. You're going to see a lot of like colorful flowers. You're going to see like waterfalls. Yeah, a lot of things that signify spring. I feel like you might see all those things right now. So a lot of vibrant colors, a lot of animals and insects that remind you of springs, a lot of like running water, you know, like spring does. So I feel like you might get a lot of those kinds of symbols to denote that, yes, you are on this major transformation. It's almost like you're waking up into your 5D life, which is like kind of giving birth to your new life, the life that you're meant to live, a very divine, more higher frequency life. You're birthing into this new 5D life. So you're gonna get a lot of signs about that, springtime signs. All right. And so you're going to maybe feel like you want to take power, you want to take action, you're ready for this new change, but you have to let it come through. So that might be the little bit of a frustrating part, but it's coming, it's happening. All right. So what does Spirit want to say? How does this relate to you, specifically the viewers that will be watching this reading? Slow it down. Yep. Slow it down. Take it easy. Let things happen. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there are physical opportunities aligned to you and on their way to you now. And Spirit's just kind of like, yeah, you might just want to let it happen at this time, you know. Let these things unfold. 3 of Cups in reverse. I feel like with the home card and the friends card in reverse, I do feel like Spirit is really helping you adapt to these new changes with a lot of comforting things. So you might find that you are set up at home. Maybe that TV that was broken, you found a deal for a new one, or, you know, whatever. Your comfort space is like amplified with its comfortness. Like, you know, you get all your favorite snacks and foods. They're all on sale. You just happen to see them, something that you really loved when you were a kid and you couldn't find anymore. You found that exact brand of cookies or something like that. So while these people and energies come in, Spirit is really comforting you. They're really protecting you. So you're super protected at this time, but you're also bringing in a lot of things that would comfort you, which is food and people and like homey spaces, cozy spaces. So, you know, don't be surprised if someone just like gifts you a candle for free, or, you know, lets you borrow their most fluffiest blanket, or gives you a really warm sweater, or, you know, asks for a movie night with pizza and whatever your favorite classics, whatever. So like you're going to find that this October, November period, that you're going to be given a lot of comfort from the universe, a lot of comfortable things. And you're also very, very protected. You're going to see that you're very protected, especially from old 3D things that were not good for you. It's going to be sad saying bye to 3D things that you liked, but I think what you're not going to expect, especially with all this good karma coming to you, is a lot of people who had bad karma with you on their end, you know, kind of pay their dues. I think that's something you're going to be surprised to witness, but it's going to be like, you know, you can't really do anything about it. Karma's bigger than you. Like, you know, that energy, that universal scale that energy is bigger than you. You can't really do much about it. But you're going to know that things are moving forward. You're going to be able to see them, witness it. And you're going to be also very, very protected. You're going to see things that were attacking you in the 3D no longer be allowed to attack you because you're being birthed. You're in the womb of your 5D mother belly. Okay, what a metaphor. Yeah, you're in that womb. You're in that 5D womb. And you're so protected. Nothing can touch you. So you're going to see things from your 3D life. You're going to see people who want to come with you to the 5D life. And you're going to see people who have been evil eyeing you or had no good intentions towards you. And I'm saying people, but it could be entities, it could be a company, it could be, you know, technology, it could be certain things that were meant to cause you harm or cause you negative energy, reduce your frequency, and maybe not be good for you, not be for your highest best good. You're going to see these things kind of like behave weirdly and awkwardly, and you're going to, because you're so attacked, you're going to see things like these people who might have been nice to you but saying bad things around you behind your back. You're going to see them start to mess up, not be so charismatic around you, kind of put their foot in their mouth, and you're going to be like, what? That's so weird. And you're going to see yourself being more confident talking in these social circles, or even at the workplace. If someone was trying to screw you over, you're going to see things like weirdly happen. If you had like technology that was harmful to you, you're going to see that starting glitching, and you're just going to get like a new phone or something better come along or something like that. Like, you're gonna see these things kind of happen. Just preparing you for it, giving you a heads up. All right, and I'm gonna pull one more card to kind of wrap up this energy before we go into the next energy. The 9 of Wands. Yeah, because you're gonna see in reverse, you're gonna see a lot of things that were like, it's like kind of like, I almost got that opportunity. I almost got that relationship. I almost got that house. I almost got that job. I almost got, you know, like all these things that you're working so hard for. It's like, why did it never manifest? It's because your energy was higher. You're working with 3D systems, and you're one of the harbingers of this new era for humanity. You're one of the way showers. You're the ones leading people to more 5D higher frequency systems and way of being and living. They're natural, they're organic, and they are harmonious, and they make people joyful, and they work for everyone. How long has it been since we got a taste of that? How much do we light workers want to see that? So we're bringing that in. We're bringing that in. And so all the things where I felt like, I just always started off opportunities at a disadvantage, always missed the opportunity just by an inch, always had to go through difficult experiences because this got messed up or that got messed up or this person came in or that thing got in the way, whatever. You're going to see your first opportunity as a 5D baby in this new 5D world come through in October, and it's going to open your eyes. You're going to see it. You're going to see at least one opportunity, 5D opportunity come in through the 5D. And you're just meant to slow it down, take it easy, take care of yourself, allow people to comfort you, allow the universe to manifest beautiful, comfortable, cozy gifts for you. You know, you're like this little adorable Arctic fox baby. Just let yourself adapt to these new energies, basically. All right, so let's see the second main energy of October. Fairy energy, growth, expansion, and flowering. That's so funny. I've been getting a lot of fairy type energies recently. It's been just coming through all my readings. I'm getting the sense of like, so many things just came through. Okay, so you're going to be able to see like these mythical energies again. There's a lot of mythical creatures that live on the cusp of our physical dimension that we were able to see before, that are going to be coming out of the woodworks kind of, and allowing themselves to be seen by people. Wow, what just came out of my mouth? That is amazing. Let's continue this channeling. Okay. Wow. Okay. Where do I even go from there? That's amazing. So wow, these beautiful beings are, I guess, coming through in this channeling saying, we're ready to meet you, we're ready to greet you, we're ready to work with you guys again, and see you and play with you and create with you. Wow. Okay, so expect some fairy sightings. And I'm not just saying fairy sighting, I'm getting like actual like mythical creatures. I think there's gonna be like a huge uptick in people sighting like Bigfoots or certain animals and beings that, you know, were in fairy tales. Wow. The Tower card in reverse. Oh my goodness. So for me, the Tower card in reverse is a very miraculous, divine event that you could have not planned. It's a surprise from the universe. But this one, I think it goes beyond my current understanding. Wow. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be having a lot of supernatural, you know, experiences starting October. And I'm not surprised. You know, we know October is when the veil is the thinnest, you know, towards the end. That's when a lot of people will celebrate Halloween. I love the energy. I don't have any thoughts on Halloween. I think I'm not going to celebrate something I don't understand that much as I did as a kid. But that energy, that last week of October into the first week of November, as a very intuitive person, I feel it. You know, you can do more psychic things. You can connect with people on the other side. It's the best time for meditation for me. So I understand. I do think this year is going to be a little bit more special, you know? So I would definitely look out for that. I think a lot of people are going to have supernatural experiences in October, like starting, like Ace of Pentacles, just the beginning version of it, just starting out. Speaking of mystical beings, let's use our unicorn deck here. Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. I do think a lot of people are going to have their psychic gifts turn on more strongly. And I'm talking about those people who are already psychic and intuitive and very energy sensitive. Those folks are going to be coming online stronger. So this energy, it hits the planet, it affects everywhere, right? So while the collective is going through some sort of awakening, the people who are already psychic and very energy sensitive and very intuitive already, this is your time to shine. This is when your gifts come online, and you will be seeking other people. I think a lot of, not just mystical beings, but a lot of people that are going to come out of the woodworks are like mythical teachers who have mystical teachings. You've heard of the mystery schools and stuff like that, and there's like, you know, like the online versions, but I do get not like the ancient teachers, but there are going to be some teachers that have been kind of hidden and kept to themselves. I'm getting these people have very practiced abilities that are going to kind of make themselves more available. You know how we're prepping ourselves to help the rest of the awakening collective? There are those who are ahead of these awakening waves, some of the first that came onto the planet decades ahead of us, that are they've been prepared for this time, and in that meantime they've been they've been turned on. Their codons, their DNA, their psychic abilities have been turned on full, and they practice with it. So I do feel like there are going to be some more spiritual like schools coming through. Interesting. I didn't expect that. Let's see if we can get more information. 5 upon scarcity. Yeah, I did get that feeling that like people are going to be looking for more mentors, more teachers, spiritual teachers, which is great because I know like a lot of my spiritual friends and a lot of other folks are stepping into their more divine purpose in life, and it usually has something to do with spirituality or teaching other people, self-mastery. But you know, when there's a void and people are asking for something and there's like a huge void, it gets filled, right? Retired, I'm hearing. There's a lot of people who are coming out of retirement. There's a lot of people who have been kind of keeping hidden for their own safety. I'm hearing the world is more magical than it seems, than you think. Yeah, it's kind of one of those eye-opening moments where it's like, wow, like the world is completely more like so different than what we thought it was. I know a lot of people are going to be like ET disclosure, like that's what people are kind of like thinking for October. I'm hearing maybe it's individual. We're all going to get our own teachers, but we're going to get them through different means. Some it's going to be mystical beings. For some it's going to be ETs. For some it's going to be, you know, inner earth being. For some it's going to be just teachers in the spiritual field, you know, from a different part of the world, or maybe even close to you. But everyone's getting teachers. That's what I'm getting. I see. And they're saying that like there's some people who are going to be getting teachers who, like, there's such a need for it. You know how there was like such a need for a lot of people with high frequency and that will bring light onto this planet, to bring it back into equilibrium and bring it back onto to a place of light, to bring more love and light into this world, because it's gone too far off the edge. I'm getting there's a call for teachers because there's so many light workers who are having their abilities turn on right now, that there needs to be more teachers. And so there are going to be more teachers than just in the human form. Wow. Okay, so what does it look like for you, the beautiful viewers that are watching this? Admit your true feelings to yourself. Okay. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what is what it is that you truly desire. Interesting. What is it that you truly desire? Purity. Wow. Snow moon. This is kind of like a snow moon type too. We get the snow here, and then purity with the snow moon. A lot of snow references, okay? And I love this, like purity, like this white snow. Okay, so I think a lot of people are going to be surprised to find out that they actually want to live a very pure life. Wow. You know, like this was fun monkeying around in 3D Earth, but I think a lot of us desire and crave a more pure life. It brings more purpose, it brings more feel good feelings and a closeness to the divine. It's just kind of a stark difference where I think a lot of people have been enjoying 3D life. Like I just recently started watching Friends again, and I haven't really watched it since it like ended, you know, like decades ago. And so to watch it now, it's like, oh yeah, like that's how we lived our 3D life. But I think there's a lot of us, and I don't speak for everyone who's watching this, but there's a lot of us who desire a more pure way of living in every aspect. Sacred sexuality, sacred relationships and connections with others, sacred connections to our work and to our Mother Earth and to the divine energies. Creating sacred spaces, doing sacred work, connecting to our sacred energies. There's so much there. And I feel like it's kind of like a flip. You know, when you have too much of like one thing, you want to flip to the other thing. I think it's been like for a lot of people, it's like too much of this 3D dense, low frequency energy that you just kind of want to flip completely to the other side. It's kind of like, it's very similar to, you know, whatever belief system your family grew up with, and you know how you grow up as a kid and then you kind of reject it as in your teenage or young adult phase, and then you kind of come back to it after and see it from a different lens after you had some experience in the world. It's something like that. I feel like a lot of light workers are going to go hard, you know, hardcore pure. Still interacting and enjoying 3D life, but like I'm getting this like there's something about the 144. I had this train whistle confirmation. I had this prediction maybe 4 years ago or something, where I feel like there's gonna be like, back then I thought like the 144,000 was gonna start with like 1,440, and then each of those 1,000 or so folks were gonna be like the hardcore spiritual warriors, and they're gonna go hard, and they're each gonna have like 100 disciples, and that's what's gonna make the 144. Now I think the 144 is like 144 million. Is it exact? Is it the numbers that matter? No, but I do feel like there's gonna be like the first in line, like the Marines of the awakening souls, those of us who are ahead, you know, who are going to do like the hardcore light working stuff. And then the folks under are going to be like disciples, so they're not ever going to be as strong, or not, most of them aren't going to be as strong as like the originals, but like the originals are given like so much divine power, more than this earth needs, just because it's necessary and needed only for this specific time. So it's a very unique role to play as a human, and a lot of us are going to be able to witness a lot of folks have like superhuman powers, and be one of those like elite spiritual warriors. Okay, Interesting. What does that have to do with you? What can you gather from this message in your own individual life? Okay. 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. There's a sense of letting go of 4 of Wands again. Wow, 4 of Wands. Letting go of your old home. Apparently that's like a very big deal. It's been some source of comfort. The world, how it is now, how we've learned to interact with this physical realm. It's going to be a huge change. For example, if the ET disclosure does happen in October, it's going to change everyone's mind and how they see the world and how they interact with other people and what kind of work that they do and how they live their life day to day. It's that significant of a paradigm shift, right? It's something similar for light workers, because even though something like that is going to happen for the whole collective, for the whole world, probably ET disclosure or something similar to kind of give the collective, the whole collective, the awakening collective, a glimpse. The light workers are going to experience this in a very, very much stronger way. It's a taste of home. It's a taste of seeing this world for what it is. It's a shock. It's a shock because like we're being birthed in this 5D energy, right? And seeing things in a 5D way. So when we get to get a touch of the heaven we're used to living in, and we look back at this 3D world, like what kind of piece of crap were we living in, you know? And I'm not talking about the beauty of nature and earth. I'm talking about how we trashed it, how a lot of people trashed it, right? Has become some sort of freak show. It's become unrecognizable to us from its pure divine beginnings to where it is now, right? Not everywhere, but it's been lost. That divine spark in this world has been dimming. And that's why we called back here to save it. And there is a chance to save it, and we're going to do it. But, man, oh man, is it going to be a shock to like kind of when we open our eyes into the 5D world and look back to the 3D world? It's jarring. It's going to be something that's going to take us a second to like catch our breath with. You understand? That's what I'm getting here. I feel like it's such a big pivotal breakthrough for us that it requires a moment. At least I'm getting a couple of weeks. It takes at least a couple of weeks to just be okay with the fact that like this is what we were living with and this is where we came from and the difference, you know? All right, so let's look at the third main energy of October. Seems pretty crazy already. The pathway. Direction, purpose, change. Okay, so there's some change in our path. Let's see what kind of change. Oop. 2 cards. Abundance and take the lead. Okay, so you know how you have been kind of sitting and being like, hey, universe, you want to help, you want to bring in some abundance energies for me, you want to help out, you want me to just receive. I'm doing that, but I don't want to sit still. Light workers are proactive. They are change makers. They get out there and they build things and they create things and they implement their ideas and they channel good stuff, right? And you don't want to sit still for too long, otherwise you'll get bored. It's time. This is when you're going to start being able to take more action. So we do see that you have at least one opportunity come in, one 5D opportunity at the least. You do have people coming in. You have a taste of home, the divine, heavenly home. You're going to see the old world. You're going to have some sort of crazy spiritual experience where you're going to see energies from other dimensions or they're just highly spiritual. It could be in a human form as a teacher, mentor, or could be, fairies or mystical beings or ETs or extra dimensional beings, whatever it is. So you're going to have some sort of higher frequency teacher come through. So, yeah. You're being asked to slow down, but you're not going to be asked to just sit still and do nothing. You are getting some physical opportunities that you can do things with, that you can start doing things with, but you have to learn to crawl before you can walk. So Spirit's like, still take it easy, but we know that you don't like to sit still. You like to get things going, work with your hands, and you're a curious little baby. So you want to kind of get going. And so they're bringing in one opportunity. They're bringing in few soul family. They're trying to mitigate this shock by easing you into it, by letting you kind of have some weeks to kind of integrate this. And you're also going to be having some sort of spiritual experience. Some of you is humans. For some of you, it's not. And this is why October is such a crazy month, and that's why I want to take my time doing this reading. Abundance, take the lead. You're going to have some sort of opportunity that's going to allow you to bring in a lot of abundance. I saw that somewhere. Purity, scarce, the scarcity thing, change. Yeah, I did feel like your manifesting abilities are going to come online easier too. Spirit's going to also help you hold your hand and help you adjust to 5D manifesting. It happens very quickly, instantaneously, and they want to make sure that you can do it in the light, do it with the highest intentions. So they're going to give you things to work on to start manifesting. Again, we're getting used to being in the 5D energies. It's going to take up until like the end of this year, beginning of next year, and by spring next year, by March, April, May, you're going to see that your life is completely different than it is even now. Completely different. Okay, so let's see what kind of abundance is coming through, what they kind of want you to do. King of Pentacles. Yeah, gifts. You're going to be gifted stuff. So you don't have to worry about doing too much. I'm getting like they're going to give you ideas of what to manifest, because I feel like it's like, you know how it's like so overwhelming? Like, for example, if someone just gave you like $1 million right now and they're like, you have to spend it in a day. You have to spend all $1 million in a day or you don't get anything. It's kind of overwhelming, right? Especially if you've never spent $1 million in a whole day, let alone your whole life, right? It's like overwhelming. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do with spending $1 million in a day? So they're like, okay, we're going to give you some parameters, like, hey, why don't you manifest something related to your home? Hey, why don't you manifest something related to your car? Why don't you manifest some things that you might need immediately? So they're going to give you some guidelines on what to start manifesting first. And you're going to be so surprised how quickly you manifest these things that are relevant to what you need at this time. It's going to surprise you, but because it's things you need in the short term, immediately, you're not going to accidentally manifest some big long-term thing. They're going to keep you focused on little things, I'm getting, and more immediate things that you need. So you can practice this. So then you take your time to plan out what you're going to do with those million or billions of dollars. Or now, like, so you have all this power, like you have billions of dollars just entered into your bank account, and you're freaking out. You're like, I don't know what to do. Should I invest? How do I protect myself? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, we're going to just give you like 100,000 right now, or $1 million, something a little bit less. And we're going to keep you focused on things that you need now. So you're going to see that you're adjusting to this new energy. Money is one form, but like any kind of abundance, if you get like a lot at once, it's heavy and you feel it. And people can act erratic with it. You can see lottery winners when they are not used to having that much energy. You are used to it, light worker. You're used to holding that much energy because you do that. You do that for other people. You hold protection for people around you, the neighborhoods that you live in, for people at your work. You bring in really good ideas. You implement them. You share them. You are used to holding that much energy. That's why you're getting that much abundance. But they understand it's really overwhelming at first to be like, I have unlimited manifestation powers. What should I do? So they're giving you little things to do at first. I mentioned in the previous monthly forecast that it's kind of like going through, like being like a child, being childlike when we enter this new 5D energies. It's just kind of getting used to it. A lot of us are only really used to 5D energies when we were kids. We get to play and have fun. We didn't have to worry about anything. We were ourselves and we got to use our imaginations. We lost that a lot for a lot of us. And so it's going to take a second to kind of get back into the 5D energy. So you're going to be babied a lot from the universe, very protected. And so you're going to start manifesting immediate things that you need. And then with your soul family and with your mentor and spiritual guide, you're going to be able to make plans for the bigger things you want to manifest over the next 6 months or so until the springtime. So you're going to take your time with the bigger manifestations by practicing with little manifestations now. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so all these cards came out in reverse. This is happening now. So if you're questioning like, oh yeah, like I've heard about these energies, I don't know what you hear from other people, but I like to think of myself as a very clear, precise channeler, and I bring through information that no one else does. And it's valid. It checks out. All the readings that I've done this whole year, last year, all the energy reports I've done. When I first started, it was more like long term, like what's going to happen in the next like 5-10 years. But now they've been kind of honed in onto what's happening now. And with all these reverse cards, I feel like Spirit's specifically saying for those who are on my wave and who are my spiritual brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, this is happening in October. If you've been watching my readings, if you resonate with my readings, this is happening in October. For sure. So watch this again at the end of October, and you'll see that these energies have come through. They might have come through in a different way than you expected, or a more casual way, but it will have manifested. And I know because it has come through for a lot of people I know, and even myself. Even as far-fetched as it seems, it has come through and true. So we're integrating these energies, and it's happening now. You're already in it. You're already in the transition. You've already released the 3D energies. You're already bringing in the new 5D energies. These things are visible to your eye, and you're seeing them now in their physical reality and your spiritual reality. Like anything, like it's just, I can't fully explain in words how big of a transformation this energy is that's coming in October into November. It started in September, it's going through October, and it's going into November. This is it. This is a big deal. And I hope you enjoy the reading and know it's helpful. And I hope you have a very blessed, beautiful October. Beautiful soul. Much love and light.